The digging marks here. A thieves' tunnel?
Judging by the tool, but why did they abandon this?
I remember now, but she said that the method...
Easy, Jialiang.
There is no escape. Whoa, there's a sensor here. Those treasure hoarders sure made themselves at home.
I believe this sensor was used to burn a monster.
A monster repelling incense?
The incense was burned several days. No doubt an encounter with the after them. Jiang Li was the next person to discover this place and what lies inside.
That's right. This is...
Jialiang!
I'm fine. Let's keep going. I can feel it. She is right below us, waiting for me.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to collapse, aren't you?
Feel it. We're getting close. We're almost there. It's right up ahead. The place where we made a pact together to...
Aha! We can keep going now.
From the looks of it, the energy released by this mechanism can not only clear barriers, but also be conducted by corresponding mechanisms. Perhaps it's something we can make use of.
braking mechanisms around here? There are tracks here, and it looks like they're connected to something. Shall we follow it and see where it takes us?
Bitter pill to swallow.
The doctor was seeing.
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects. A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency. This is nothing.
My apologies.
A bitter pill to swallow. Mind the side effects.
Whirling unthinkable.
Jolie!
There's a monster next to her!
The god remains must have lured them here. Watch my back. This is nothing. Mind the side effects. Seems like an emergency. A bitter pill to swallow.
Damn you! You're mine!
The doctor will see you.
Dr. Baizu, how serious is it?
I can still feel a pulse, but her condition is quite... The god remains here are encroaching on her... If we don't eliminate it soon...
Then, what are we waiting for? It's not the poison with the... If the source is... oh no.
Indeed. If the god remains here are purged...
I wondered when this day might come.
Wait. But we've all been working our butts off to save Jialiang's life. After all that, we can't just give up on him. Baizu, you're a great doctor. Surely you gotta know of some other way we can save him, right?
You could continue to take the poison, which would buy you some time. As for Jiangli, maybe if we...
It appears to me that she was striving to concoct your medicine for you.
Dr. Baizu, give it to me straight. How long does Jiangli have?
The god remains have reached her internal organs. Under ordinary circumstances, I would give her less than 3 days. But if I were to treat her using a secret art...
But, Dr. Baizu, if I continue to sustain my own life, I know for a fact, if my choice can bring
Jialiang.
Of course.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm sorry.
Jialiang.
I am sure that over the years...
Mortals are fate. What a crazy situation. Jiangli risked it all to save Jialiang's life. And now, Jialiang has to
I've seen many...
In the human realm, at least.
The path they chose was indeed a heroic one. But when I think of the... I cannot help but think...
When all this began... I've said my goodbyes.
As you wish.
It will lead.
I'll take... Why would these memories come to mind now? The longer we live... Oh, how I would love to hear your voice.
Jialiang! Dad!
Didn't I...
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel strange?
Dr. Baizu.
That's right. Of course, this is whether it will keep you, but however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes.
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh.
It's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name, and it would have had no in the end. All I know is that if I'm presented with a life that deserves to be saved, I will do everything in my power to save them. And even without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiangli.
No wonder he didn't... All I wanted was leave it to Boo Boo. One Chi-Chi was... You stay away from my dad! Oh, is that right? Well, you... Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all another time.
All's well that ends well. If you ask Paimon, we should probably do something to celebrate this hard-earned family reunion.
It feels like it was a whole lifetime ago when I last talked with Zhongli and Ayu around the dinner table.
Yay! Paimon! Alright, first...
Wait up! I'll come too! Baizu.
Don't mention it,
Just your duty, huh? Jialiang! 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 Dad!
Didn't I... Huh?
How does it feel to come back to life?
Do you feel
Dr. Baizu?
Die?
I must...
That's right. Of course, whether it will keep you but however long you have left, I believe it should be more than sufficient time for you to say your final goodbyes. But
An elixir of immortality? How'd you cook that up? Ugh.
it's a work in progress that hardly lives up to its name. And it would have had no in the end. All I know is that if I'm presented, and even without Director Hu nudging things in the right direction, we may not have found Jiang Li in time.
No wonder he didn't...
Director...
All I wanted was leave it to Boo Boo Farm. One Chi-Chi was in... You stay away from my dad! Oh, is that right? What? Traveler, Paimon, I'll catch you all.
All's well that ends well.
It feels like it was a...
Yay! Paimon can... Alright, first...
Wait up! I'll come too! Baizu.
Don't mention it, Jiang.
Just your duty, huh? Time flies. It's been so long since we bade each other farewell in Shenyu Vale. Changshang, you're the same as ever. You haven't changed one bit.
You, on the other hand, have changed a lot.
You're right. Or that you'd turn out this way, Baizu. I've taken a look at your elixir.
I have to say, Jiangli, it was a stroke of...
No, not at all. With your you meant not just Baizu. Life force.
Nothing gets past you, Jiangli. You are correct. When I treat it, there is no need to worry about any long-term consequences.
But you took the reason I left our master, but in the end, are all disciples of Chenyu.
We are
Baizu, I can tell. Can you still stop before?
I think you know the answer.
Hey, food's ready!
Mom, come and join us. The traveler.
Yes, darling. Mom will be there in just a second. Baizu, Chi-Chi.
There's no need...
Baizu, what did Jiang Li mean by not around in every single mortal? Wait, that...
Long ago, when plagues ravaged the land, one doctor made a pledge to rid the world of pain and suffering. But even the most ingenious mortal medicine could not stay the tide of disease. And after working tirelessly for many years, even his dearest loved ones fell sick and bade their final farewell. Legends told of an herb lord in Chenyu Vale who could cure any illness known to mankind. The doctor sought the herb lord, but found only a white snake, its breathing weak and its power all but spent.
Sign this contract and let our lives be joined. Then I will impart to you the secret art of healing. But be warned, this art will harm your own health.
With means beyond human ken, the doctor could now reverse the process of death. And yet, the time still came to say goodbye. Only now, the one departing was the doctor, his life force spent. His final act in life was to pass on the contract to his final patient, his favorite disciple. The disciple chose to dedicate their life to saving the lives of others. And generation upon generation followed in these footsteps. Since I inherited this contract, I've always respected the path taken by my predecessors and followed it myself unquestioningly. That is until I tried to use the art to save my own disciple's beloved. She begged me not to use up my own life force. She said that this art is a poisoned chalice, an evil and unnatural practice. She did not wish to sacrifice one life for the sake of another, when both were lives she treasured. Only then did it occur to me. Did I not suffer when my master passed away, just as patients' families do at their loved one's deathbed? Are not the lives cut short by this contract just as worthy of saving as any patients? What is this contract to us? Medicine or poison? Alas, I no longer have enough time left to find the answer. I entrust to your care both Changsheng and this final question. May you find a remedy for this conundrum, which has ailed us so.
Time and again, no matter how much I try to warn them or balance their chi, I can never save them. And you? What's your answer?
If I abandoned the contract and left you without a host, what would happen?
I suppose I'd spend my final moments taking a nice nap on Mount Yaojin. Then I'd be reunited with my old friends and your predecessors.
Then it's decided. If there's a life in front of me that deserves to be saved, why shouldn't I do everything within my power to save it?
Once again, it's the same answer. So be it. Close your eyes. Who knows how many more people will take on this contract?
None. This contract will end with me.
My contract has strict requirements on the host's natural temperament. All my hosts have been most pure of heart.
But when one with an altruistic nature gains access to this art, they are more seduced than the average person by the miracle of overturning the laws of life and death. Though they know better than anyone else the fate that awaits them, when faced with the sorrows of humanity and the pain of losing their nearest and dearest, they cannot help but reach beyond human means. They are like moths that throw themselves into the flame, seeking a glimmer of hope in a dark world filled with pain and suffering.
So, Baizu, does that mean...
I suppose that would make me a moth that yearns for the light, but doesn't want to be burned to a crisp. Cheng Sheng's art can transfer pain and suffering between people, but it cannot reduce the total amount of pain in the world. It's just like we witnessed. Either Jia Liang feared for Jiang Li's life, or Jiang Li grieved over Jia Liang's sacrifice. I have nothing but the utmost respect for my predecessors, who sacrificed their lives for their principles. But I do... What makes a poison? If disease is... Many may view... I don't want those who come after me to lose that precisely.
Even the gods of old struck...
For a selfish...
Dr. Baizu, Traveler, what are you still chatting about?
We also have... Okay, fine. Let's go grab some food. Paimon has a bunch of burning questions, but they can wait till after we've eaten.
True. And yet, are such things...